In a small, picturesque village nestled between lush hills and a sparkling river, there lived an old wise man named Jaya. Jaya was known across the land for his profound understanding of life's mysteries, often providing guidance to those who felt lost or wronged. One day, a troubled young woman named Mira approached Jaya. She was disheartened by the prosperity of those in the village who were known for their deceit and cruelty, while the good-hearted like herself seemed to struggle constantly. "Jaya," Mira began, her voice tinged with frustration, "why do bad people always seem to win? They lie, cheat, and steal, yet they flourish. Where is the justice in that?" Jaya invited Mira to sit beside him under the shade of an ancient banyan tree. He took a small, smooth stone from his bag and placed it in her hand. "Mira, this stone has been in the river for a long time. Feel how smooth it is, polished by years of water flowing over it," Jaya explained as Mira turned the stone over in her hand. "Now, think of the water as the challenges and hardships of life. People are like these stones. The good people, like you, are smoothed and polished by the difficulties they face. Over time, they become beautiful in their resilience and character." "And the bad people?" Mira interrupted, looking puzzled. Jaya smiled gently. "They are like stones too, but instead of facing the water, they push it away, avoiding the polishing. For a time, it seems they are spared the hardships, but they remain rough, unrefined by life's lessons." "But why do they appear to win then?" Mira asked, still not satisfied. "Appearances can be deceiving," Jaya replied. "They might gather wealth and power, but they miss out on developing virtue and wisdom. True winning isn't about accumulating things or gaining temporary pleasures. It's about what you become on the inside." Mira contemplated the stone in her hand, and Jaya continued. "Karma is not always instant, nor is it always visible. Think of it as a seed. Bad deeds plant seeds of thorns that eventually will prick them. Maybe not today, but someday. Good deeds plant seeds of flowers that will bloom into something beautiful, offering fragrance even in the darkest days." "Is there no hope for the bad then?" Mira questioned, a new understanding dawning on her. "There is always hope," Jaya reassured her. "Everyone has the chance to turn their river stone over to the water, to let themselves be smoothed and shaped by the truth of their experiences. Change is always possible, and karma accommodates this change." Mira left Jaya feeling enlightened, holding the smooth stone tightly in her hand as a reminder. She understood now that the victories of the unjust were only superficial and temporary. With her heart lightened, she dedicated herself to living virtuously, trusting that the true rewards of her good actions would manifest in time, even if not immediately visible. As for the village, as years passed, many who once thrived on deceit found themselves facing the consequences of the seeds they had sown, while those like Mira found their lives enriched not just materially, but with contentment and peace. Remember, the real measure of victory lies not in what we gain, but in what we become. Keep planting good seeds, and trust in the slow but sure justice of karma. Jaya's voice echoed in Mira's mind, guiding her through life's ebbs and flows. This tale of karma and character invites us to reflect on the true essence of winning in life. In the quaint village of Dara, nestled amidst the sprawling vineyards and whispering willows, lived Tara, a young and ambitious potter. Tara was known for her exquisite craftsmanship, yet she constantly found herself outshined and outsold by Evan, a fellow potter whose methods were unscrupulous at best. Evan was notorious for cutting corners. He used cheaper materials and often passed off flawed pots as premium wares. Despite his deceit, Evan seemed to thrive, boasting the busiest stall in the village market, while Tara, honest and hardworking, struggled to make ends meet. One crisp autumn day, Tara approached the village elder, Old May, seeking understanding. "Why does Evan succeed while I, who work so diligently and honestly, barely survive?" she asked. frustration clouding her usually bright eyes. Old May invited Tara to join her for tea the following morning, promising to explain this conundrum. The next day, as they sipped the fragrant brew, May began her explanation with a tale. Many years ago, May started, there were two farmers in this very village. Both inherited equally fertile lands, but while one farmer chose to nurture his soil with proper care, the other exploited his plot, depleting it with overuse for immediate gain. Tara listened intently as May continued. Initially, the exploitative farmer reaped bountiful harvests, much to the despair of the other, who seemed to struggle despite his efforts. However, as years passed, the soil of the careless farmer became barren, and his crops failed miserably. The patient farmer's land, enriched and well-tended, yielded abundant harvests that sustained him and his family for many generations. May paused, allowing the story to sink in, then related it back to Tara's situation. Like the soil, the nature of karma is to provide long-term balance. Evan may prosper now, but the seeds he plants with his dishonesty will eventually bear the fruit of their nature. Tara nodded, somewhat reassured, but still curious. So, what should I do? Simply wait? Act, but with wisdom, May advised. Continue your good work, but also protect yourself and educate others about the value of authenticity. Inspired by May's words, Tara returned to her workshop with a new plan. She began hosting pottery workshops, teaching locals and visitors about the art of pottery making, emphasizing the importance of quality and integrity. Her reputation grew, not just as a potter, but as a mentor and artist. Meanwhile, Evan's fortunes began to wane. Complaints about the quality of his pots surfaced, eventually leading to a scandal when a prominent buyer publicly exposed his deceitful practices. His sales plummeted, and he was shunned by the community. As Tara's workshops became more popular, her sales and reputation soared. Her genuine approach not only earned her the village's respect, but also attracted more discerning customers who valued the quality and story behind each piece. The village now recognized Tara not only for her talent, but for her integrity. She flourished, living proof that while the path of honesty might seem harder, it leads to a richer, more sustainable success. Evan, on the other hand, learned the hard lesson that karma does not forget. It is patient, always ready to balance the scales. Tara's experience illustrates that karma is like the earth itself. What we sow, we will eventually reap. The story of the two potters serves as a powerful reminder that while wrongdoing may prosper temporarily, integrity and diligence are rewarded in deeper, more lasting ways. This tale invites us to reflect on the true nature of success and the enduring power of karma. In the village of Dahara, known for its golden fields and honest folk, lived two brothers, Ravi and Anil. Despite their shared blood, the brothers couldn't have been more different. Ravi, the elder, was known for his kind heart and honest dealings, while Anil was cunning and often took shortcuts to get ahead. Ravi worked diligently in his fields every day, adhering strictly to the principles of fairness and integrity. Anil, on the other hand, saw his brother's efforts as foolish. He engaged in deceitful practices, manipulating the market to inflate his profits from the crops he grew sparingly. One day, a wealthy merchant visited Dahara. He announced a competition. The farmer who could deliver the most grain by the season's end would earn a contract to supply the royal kitchens, highly prestigious and lucrative. Anil, seeing an opportunity, schemed to sabotage Ravi's crop. Under the cover of the night, he salted a portion of Ravi's field, stunting the growth of the grain there. As the season progressed, Ravi discovered the damage. Heartbroken but undeterred, he worked twice as hard on the remaining good land, employing all his skills to maximize the yield. Anil, meanwhile, used dishonest means to boost his apparent output, borrowing grain from others to present at the final tally. When the day of judgment came, Anil presented his heaps of grain, smirking at Ravi's smaller piles. However, the merchant, experienced in the ways of the world, requested a sample from each heap before making his decision. The quality of Ravi's grain far outshone Anil's, which was mixed and of poorer standards. Impressed by Ravi's integrity and the excellence of his crop, the merchant awarded him the contract. Anil's deceit was uncovered, and his reputation suffered greatly. He lost not only the royal contract, but future business opportunities. Villagers began to shun him, no longer trusting him. A few years later, during a particularly harsh season, it was Anil who found himself in dire straits, with his lands barren and his stores depleted. In an unexpected turn of events, it was Ravi, now prosperous and influential, who came to his aid. He remembered the teachings of their grandfather about mercy and karma. Helping you, Ravi told Anil, is not about what you deserve, but about what is right. Anil, deeply moved by his brother's kindness and the unexpected reversal of their fortunes, realized the depth of his misdeeds and began to change his ways. This act of forgiveness was Ravi's true victory, planting seeds of goodwill and change in Anil's heart. This story illustrates that karma is not a simple cause and effect punishment system, but a complex tapestry of actions and consequences that can span years and transform lives. Ravi's consistent good deeds and resilience brought him not just material success, but also the strength to forgive and assist his brother when he needed it most. His actions improved not only his life, but also Anil's, potentially altering his brother's moral path. Anil's story is a testament to karma's long reach and its capacity for redemption. His initial success through deceit seemed to defy the moral expectation that good wins over evil. Yet ultimately, his actions led to his downfall. However, karma's twist allowed him a chance for redemption through his brother's kindness, highlighting that every action contributes to the cycle of cause and effect, influencing not just our own lives, but also those of others around us. This tale teaches us that true victory lies in our actions and their ripple effects through the lives of others, reinforcing the idea that while the arc of karma is long, it bends towards justice. If this story of karma and transformation resonated with you, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How do you see karma acting in your life? Let's discuss and learn from each other's journeys. Until next time, keep striving for integrity and kindness in all your endeavors.